whole bunch. We got tax averted stuff, made a bunch of money.
Okay, I would like to call the Township Board meeting to order. And would you please stand for the opening prayer and pledge of allegiance? Mr. Gopal, please.
Lord, we're meeting here tonight to conduct matters of business. Guide our hearts and our minds in the spirit of fairness, right thought, and speech. Impart your supreme wisdom upon our activities so that our affairs may reach a successful conclusion. Thank you for being the source of our guidance tonight. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. Lorraine.
Here.
Shoemaker. Mathis is absent. Krug is here. Kessler.
Here.
Gopal.
Here.
Tucker.
Present.
Okay, in Mrs. Mathis's absence, we need to appoint a temporary chair.
Motion to approve Krug as temporary chair.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Thank you. Moving right along, just to let you folks know that this meeting is being recorded. Should you choose to speak, please give us your name, but you don't have to give us your address or anything like that. And I promise not to call our hero here the wrong name again. So, and he corrected me, he even spelled it for me, so. A motion to approve the agenda. Are there any additions or deletions? I would like to add a resolution concerning the regional dog park, and I'll explain that as we get to it. Is there anything else? If not, I need a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved. Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, going right along. Now the good fun is, this is the presentation that we get to do for our hero Levi. Yeah, and what I would like to do is, Tom, why don't you read the resolution and I'll go down there and give it to Levi as you read it.
Okay. Resolution number 2016-12, whereas in the afternoon of July 21st, 2016, an electrical fire, possibly started by a nearby lightning strike, broke out in the kitchen of the home of Fenton Township residents John and Karen Rogers. And whereas Mr. and Mrs. Rogers' 4-year-old grandson Levi Brewer was watching television when he noticed smoke coming from the kitchen area and quickly alerted his grandmother, who was in another part of the home and unaware that a fire had started. And whereas Levi's quick action allowed the family to exit the home safely and call 911. Quick response by the fire department limited the damage to a portion of the kitchen. Now therefore be it resolved that the Township Board of the Charter Township of Fenton hereby honors Levi Brewer for his heroic actions, which may well have saved the lives of his grandparents as well as his own, and expresses its gratitude and appreciation for his courageous efforts. And be it finally resolved that a copy of the resolution be spread upon the minutes of this meeting and a copy presented to Mr. Brewer.
I'll move the resolution.
Support.
Roll call, please.
Tucker?
Yes.
Gopal?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
Krug?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Shoemaker?
Yes.
Motion carries. Resolution is adopted.
He's the fire chief. He's got something for you too. Chief Bowles?
And we from the fire department as well would like to recognize Levi with a Civilian Service Award. Presented to Levi Brewer for his brave efforts of alerting his grandmother Karen about the smoke and flames coming from the bottom of the dishwasher while she was out of the room. This happened on July 21st, 2016, And this is presented by the Fenton Township Fire Department to Levi. So, all you guys, let's go up there.
Whoa, whoa. Way cool, Levi.
Anything about that, bud? You want to hang on to that? Yes.
Good answer.
Get a picture of you? Yep. Actually, what I had to do is get you in front of all the firefighters. What about that?
Look at that. You guys come on behind him. Get in there.
Stand in front of me, man. You block my view.
This makes public service worth it, right here, this moment.
You got them both? Okay. Wow. You got them both? Okay. Start right down here with Miss Denise. Mr. Jim. Mr. Mike. Craig. Steve. Jim. Teresa. Mike. Paul. Kurt.
I'll remember this forever, yeah.
One more for me.
Yeah. It could happen, yeah.
Is there anything Levi would like to say? You're welcome. Thank you. Any board members want to say anything to Levi?
Thank you, Levi. That was pretty awesome.
Chief, anything else?
No, you want a full introduction of the fire department that's here tonight?
Yes, please. Yeah.
And this is your name and your rank.
Tim Odegaard, firefighter.
Captain Steve Fenton, Station
Craig Whitman, Station 2. Sergeant Scott Cole, Fenton, Station 1. Captain Eric Stevens, Station 1.
Firefighter Yorkland, Station 2.
Functional Tech, Lieutenant, Station 1.
Rick Ryder, Station 2.
Lieutenant Teresa Jack, Station 2.
Lansky, Station 2.
Alexander, Station 1.
Jim Alexander, Station 1.
I hate to tell you, he's a much cuter hero than you guys are.
Just saying from Open Burns, so half the guys are in their gear and the other guys are in their uniform.
No, that's,
So that's a nice effect, though.
Chief Bowles, first class.
Thanks, you
You and
guys.
your team are
great,
first class.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you don't have to stay for the rest of it if you don't want.
Yes, sir.
I want everybody to know that Levi did what he did because of his parents and his grandparents. He learned from somebody. He didn't just, that wasn't hereditary. Thank you, parents and grandparents, for doing a good job.
Amen.
Well done.
His mother told me earlier it was genetic, and she got it from her.
Ask him where he gets his cuteness from. Levi, how'd you get so cute?
Well, I see somebody gets an ice cream tonight. Okay, you guys can stay if you want, but we won't take insult if you don't. So. Okay, moving right along. The next.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you later, Levi. See you
Bye,
later.
buddy.
Thank you. Are you taking an elevator? He's one pushing.
Total life changer. Total life changer.
Yeah.
Wrong button.
Jailbreak.
Starts the fire now.
Yeah.
Puts one out and starts the next
Get
one.
another plaque.
We'll get one for Ryan because he saves him.
He liked the response
Okay.
last time. They brought trucks.
Just seeing you, huh?
That's the fun part, guys. At least it is for me to.
Bad.
The next thing is the meeting minutes. Are there any changes, additions, or corrections?
A couple little things. Under Terry flooding in the Lake Valley Drive assessment, I think we're missing a verb here. Ms. Flooding, I think we're missing the word asked.
Ask. Yeah.
If a partial lot was being assessed. And that's okay, but we got a bigger spot, crook clerk.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad they left. Thanks,
Them
Jeff.
with your votes.
Clerk Krug was about to say something intelligent somewhere. Chairman Krug
I didn't finish it.
did not, and it didn't get finished.
Well, he couldn't figure out what I
I
was
did
gonna
these minutes
say.
up till
It was
midnight after the
intelligent.
meeting because I was leaving the next day, so I will get those corrected.
Yeah. Do you know what it's gonna say, or should we just approve it with faith that you're gonna
Well, I
do
have
it
a couple.
properly? Or?
Where was it? In the,
It's future. It's in the. I think it's in the. It's in Chickens. Yeah, it's down in Chickens. Rezoning for Mr. Michael Kraus, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
before the motion to adopt.
okay, yeah, I
You even highlighted it for us.
left it, I did that so I wouldn't forget to go back and know.
Try yellow.
I thought it was.
I don't exactly know.
Okay.
It was just gonna be a paraphrase of whatever he said, and I can go back to the video of the
Yeah.
meeting and I'll add that in.
Make it sound that I knew what I was talking about, will you?
I'd like the minutes to reflect also the following. Under Resolution 2016-11, doesn't show me as voting.
I did catch those after I printed
And
these.
resolution,
The
yeah.
last two.
The
Somebody
letter of
got left off.
resignation, yep.
Those have already been corrected.
All right.
Anything else? If not, the meeting minutes shall stand approved as amended. Next is expenditures. I need a motion in order to approve the expenditure total of $248,187.69.
Before you do that, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
We're re-roofing a place on Eastview. Would somebody
That's,
explain
okay.
that to me?
All right. Okay, that's where I was, I just wanted
Okay.
to. And $2,400 for a roof seems really cheap,
Well,
so.
since we tore down Frank's Tavern, I'm
It's
not really
the
sure.
garage that's left on the property that we still own.
Okay.
And the garage was, the roof was in very poor shape, so Monty okayed getting it fixed before we end up selling the property.
And it does have items in there that, once we decide what to do.
I think I was in that garage. Bunch of comic books.
We took a lot of the stuff out of Frank's Tavern that was salvageable and put it in there.
Chairs.
Okay, well, I was puzzled by that.
Well, it'd have been cheaper to tear it down, but, so you're saying the contents
Well, they,
was worth
The garage
expenditure
is
Nice
in
garage.
decent shape.
Yeah, it's a nice garage,
Yeah.
but it would depend on whoever's gonna purchase the property, if they're gonna keep the garage in the same place. So to me, it would seem more logical to remove it, but if there was value.
Well, we could debate whether it was necessary, but I
Yeah.
think the dude or dudette has done the re-roofing, so we probably should pay him.
Mr. Conley has already done, I can tell you right now.
The other comment on Blue Cross Blue Shield debt is not retiree health costs of roughly $50,000. Oh wait, that's still too high. What am I thinking? Yeah, $15,000. 14.5 of that is the normal bill. So that's just, it grabs somehow the last entry, and it gets a little misleading if you don't look through the details. With that, I'll move approval of 248-187-69.
roll call, Tom?
Krug,
Yes.
Mathis is absent. Kessler,
Yes.
Shoemaker,
Yes.
Gopel,
Yes.
Tucker,
Yes.
Lorraine.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, are there any committee reports tonight? Okay, there are no communications, there are no adoption of ordinances, no unfinished business. New business, pardon me, is appointment to the Construction Code and Fire Code Board of Appeal. These members have been on there before, do a real good job, and their two-year term is up, and we do have some business coming in the next month or so. So we have decided to replace or return and appoint the same individuals that were there.
And I gather residency is not a requirement for this panel?
Correct. Two of the three are.
Yeah, I just know one of the three is.
Yep. Okay, I need a motion to reappoint David R. Franz to the Fenton Township Construction Code Board of Appeal and the Fire Code Board of Appeal for the term ending September 30th, 2018.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call? Well, go ahead.
Who's not the resident on there?
Dave Franz.
Yeah, he's in Linden now.
I just am asking because if I was a resident, did we offer these positions available to any of our residents at all?
These are jobs that you don't. it's like
I know
cleaning the
people
toilet.
don't, but I'm just saying you hired a non-resident and we didn't offer it to any residents. It just I'm just saying next time maybe we should, put it on the website, do something, at least say we
Tried.
tried.
Okay.
So just
I
a
agree with you.
recommendation.
I agree with you, say, but also experience. I think Franz has been on that.
Yeah, well, part of it is
Plus
these
he's
boards,
also
you got a certain
Been
skill
on
set.
two other
that-
committees.
Well, he's been on the planning commission for
Planning
a long
commission,
time.
yeah.
But it's more the skill set that you need for this. You need builders, and they're hard to find. So, and they meet like once every decade.
I know. Just to be fair, to tell you how that qualification doesn't really matter. I'm a builder, so that means nothing to me. I have my license. So,
Oh, you volunteer?
So no. But what I'm saying is that doesn't qualify you for much. Just let me tell
Sounds
you.
like a volunteer to
I did pass
me.
that.
All in favor of Shoemaker?
So I'm just throwing that out there. And I am a resident of Fenton Township also.
Yeah,
so let's just go there.
I gathered
No,
that.
I'm just
I'm
saying
ready to
that.
vote. He's convinced
I'll
me.
second it, yeah.
Something tells me it'd be a 6-1 vote, or 5-1.
Wouldn't be the first time now, would it?
No, it wouldn't be.
Okay, let's go back to this. For reappointment of David R. Franz, it's been motioned and seconded. Can you call a roll call, Tom?
Sure. Shoemaker?
Yes.
Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Krug?
Yes.
Mathis is absent, motion carries.
The next one is the same reappointment of John P. Shana to the Board of Appeal and Fire Code Board of Appeal for the term ending 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Need a roll call, please?
Mathis is absent, Kessler?
Yes.
Krug?
Yes.
Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Shoemaker?
Yes.
Motion carries.
The next and final member of the board is motion to reappoint Chris Weir to the Fenton Township Construction Code Board of Appeal and Fire Code Board of Appeal for a term ending in September 30th, 2018.
So moved.
Support.
Roll call?
Gopel?
Yes.
Tucker?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Mathis is absent, Krug?
Yes.
Shoemaker?
Yes.
Kessler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, the one thing that's not on there, but if you would so kindly take one of these, it's the motion that I added. This is some backup information. I think I've got more if I didn't give enough. As you well know, and I think I've talked to every one of you guys about a dog park, and we have worked hard, especially the group that's been meeting since March. And I bring to you a very similar paper that the two other communities would be, and we're looking at starting the collection of funds for the completion of the dog park on Wednesday, and it's more of an informational. The dog park is going to be a regional dog park. And what I mean by that, the communities of Fenton Township, Fenton, and it looks like Linden will be part of it. As we speak, there are no plans to use township funds. If it comes to that point sometime in the future, I've been advised that we need to have a public hearing and a motion regardless of how much. So, but right now, we want to do it in 3 phases. The first phase being the drive parking area and the fence, and hopefully a well that would be a hand pump type well. That would be phase 1. The total monies, we've speculated on that and come up with a good estimate of around $25,000. The second phase would be I call it a pavilion, but really it's a one-sided pavilion with a roof to get out of the sun. And then also in phase 2, one of the donations, the person that gave it would like to have the obstacle course or exercise equipment for the animals to enjoy. And then after that, whatever the group wants is basically phase 3. It looks like if we had to pay for everything at a going rate, it would be about $120,000 to do that. But a lot of the individuals that have approached us are willing to do it in kind or at a very heavy discounted area. Case in point, the operating engineers out of Howell have volunteered to do the excavating for the driveway and the parking lot. All we need to do is pay them the money that they need for the fuel that they use. And they're guessing $400 to $500, worst case scenario. And the other one is there's other groups that once we get going, they're willing to jump in for the support. Like I said, the money group we're going to meet Wednesday at 5:30 if anybody's interested. We're going to sell placards on the fence, and also one of the offerings that we're going to finalize on Wednesday is a park bench made out of the plastic or the recycled plastic that you can be a platinum level sponsor that will automatically come with the donation. And right now we're looking at around $2,000 for that level. And on that engraving, you can have your name, your family's name, your dog's name, whatever you want, and that will be included. And we'll go from there. Any other questions? And let me jump in. We're not just saying the goal, and I can get you copies. It's not finalized. It could be anything from $5 to whatever. I have a couple of people I want to talk to once the boards agree that for a significant amount of money, give them naming rights to the park for a 10-year period. But that depends on how it goes. I will make the same offer, and I do this tongue in cheek. I've offered it to several people in the community for $20,000. I'll name one of the porta potties after any of the board members that would like to have an item like that dedicated in their name. Don't all get in line first. We got plenty of room for
Vince, he's in
everybody.
your territory, he's out of my league. So.
Yeah.
But, you know, it should be a fun thing. By going jointly, we've moved from maybe 16,000 people we can affect in Fenton Township. By going with Fenton and Linden, it's up into 32 to 35,000 people that could have a direct benefit.
Space will be an issue with,
What's that?
you don't think space will be an issue with more users?
And what started the joint conversation was we had the property, but not an appropriate level of money. If you remember, it's been several months now, a lady donated $10,000 to Fenton for a dog park, and they couldn't locate a sufficient size lot. So, any questions that I can answer on any more of it? Yes.
Okay. Here's the first one. Who's gonna maintain it? It's gotta be mowed. It's gotta be, you can't have people pulling up the weeds and brush and everything all over, so that's my first one.
The Fenton Township will be the lead person. We hope to have enough funds. It looks like it could be anywhere up to $1,200 a year to mow. And that's in there. Also, the lady that gave Fenton said she is considering giving us a maintenance stipend every year.
Okay, if she doesn't though, it's gonna come out of taxpayer dollars to pay for the park.
We're hoping not, but
Well,
that could.
See, here's my problem, start with that. We said we were not gonna take any taxpayer dollars to pay for this park. So here's my question, we get the roads in, we get everything in, and the lady, unfortunately, something
Yeah,
happens,
whatever, yeah.
whatever. No one comes up with the money. We got a nasty park sitting there, and it falls back on us.
Well, and at that time, if we have to revert to municipal funds from all three of them, the three communities would be forced to follow the guidelines and public hearings before we can use any of the public funds.
But it could fall back on public funds.
And I guess when it come right down to it, if they agreed, worst case scenario, we've talked to people would be about $3,000 a year per community at max to maintain it.
Okay, next question. We're gonna insure it? 'Cause it's in the
All-
township?
It's already insured because of the umbrella we have that covers township parks.
Okay, so the park here,
But all the other two communities are also going to insure themselves and indemnify us as covered. So it's really going to be covered three different
okay,
ways.
we're insured through our parks for everything from dog bites to
Mhm.
everything like that.
Our liability is complete liability
Okay.
umbrella, absolutely.
Okay. Mark showed me space, so. There's also gonna be a cost though, just I'm throwing this out there, in police and fire and rescue, and that is gonna come out of the township. Because I don't care what anyone says, you are gonna have problems, especially with animals involved. And you're gonna have our police and fire out there once in a while, and I want everybody to know that's a cost. Not that I think it's gonna be very minimal, but I think it is gonna be a cost. So it's not gonna cost the residents nothing there. And then my last question, Bob, is, since we're involving all three municipalities that are involved in Southern Lakes, Park and Rec, and we all pay taxes to Southern Lakes Park and Rec, wouldn't it be simpler to give Fenton and everyone's money they've raised to Southern Lakes Park and Rec because that's what they're supposed to do? And then, because they already have an interlocal agreement between all three municipalities already? And was that an option, or?
That was discussed, but if we went that way, one of the concerns was then Southern Lakes would wind up charging us to supervise it like they do some of the other programs. And the total, once done, is to have a person from each of the communities be on a board that oversees the dog park with those appointed to Southern Lakes Park and Rec as being the oversight committee.
You'll fully understand what I'm about to say, Bob. Here's my fear. If you put one person from each community on that board, Fenton Township is only one vote, and it sits in the township. As it sits right now, with you and I sitting on Southern Lakes, we're only 2 votes out of 6. And we pay the majority of the bills of Southern Lakes, and I have this feeling with Linden and Fenton voting, we're going to pay the majority of it, or we're going to get taken advantage of by the 2 cities. That's my fear.
Well, all I know is that the agreement as we're at right now, all the communities have agreed to bring either property or dollars of donations to equal everybody, so we basically have the same skin in the game. And I don't say this tongue-in-cheek. I had a couple people joke when I said it. If I could make the appointments, the 3 people would be non-elected officials in any one of the communities, or their spouses, and you know where I'm coming from there. And because we already have Southern Lakes, the 6 there, we felt that they could do the oversight without creating another committee.
No, I'm that's all I got.
Right up front.
No, I appreciate it. That's all I got.
And the other thing to understand, all we're doing tonight is just a resolution of supporting the concept. A lot of those details you have to be ironed out in an agreement at some point. before
No,
we
that's
get
why I'm trying to
say
bring up,
further.
that these are
Yeah.
issues before we go. My biggest fear is, I do sit on that Southern Lakes board, and I can tell you Fenton Township pays 2/3 of the cost through taxes. And unfortunately, when we go to vote, we only get 1/3 of the voting.
Well, if you want me to argue with you, you're gonna have to get somebody else, because I agree with you.
So,
on Southern
if you
Lakes.
have to excuse me if I'm a little leery
No.
in entering into agreement with Linden and Fenton, City of Fenton. And it's nothing against the people of either one of those communities. I just know that we pay a large portion of that Southern Lakes millage. And so,
And
my
just
concern.
for information's sake, because there was some questions, we reviewed the township federal tax exempt on organizations within a township, and the law states donations to a township are deductible as an itemized deduction on the federal income tax. The gift must be for public person and be directed to a governmental unit, or it may be a governmental agency such as the fire department, civil defense, or a committee to raise funds to develop a public park. And so at one time, we were reviewing and trying to figure out what the cost of a 501c3 would. And that can be considerable. We were able to research and find out that, and what we're telling people, if you give us a check, denote it in the memo line, dog park. That automatically makes it a donation to a municipality for a public purpose. And like Tom said, this we've had this going, and we wanted to bring it out so everybody, my biggest fear was not coming to the board like I am tonight and going ahead and doing the fundraising stuff and have somebody at the restaurant or the grocery store, somebody walk up and say, hey, that's a heck of an idea or a bad idea about the dog park, and you know nothing about it. That's just not the right way to play the game. So, any other questions or comments? If not, I would like to have Tom read resolution 2016-13.
Okay, whereas the Charter Township of Fenton has developed plans for a park on Thompson Road to provide recreational opportunities for the public, and whereas the township, together with the city of Fenton and city of Linden, have had discussions regarding the potential development of a regional dog park within said park property, which would be a benefit to dog owners throughout our communities. And whereas the construction of the regional dog park would be accomplished through fundraising activities, cash donations, grants, and donations of materials, equipment, labor, and services. Now therefore be it resolved, the Township Board of the Charter Township of Fenton hereby declares its support for the development of a regional dog park for the benefit of the Fenton Township, City of Fenton, City of Linden communities.
I'll move the resolution.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Kessler?
Yes.
Krug?
Yes.
Shoemaker?
No.
Lorraine?
Yes.
Mathis, absent Tucker?
Yes.
Gopel?
Okay, thank you. Next thing is, we already had, is board comment. Anything from anyone tonight?
I just have one other point.
Yeah.
What about all the cats? We don't have a single cat park either. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm just saying that also.
For the cat herders.
And chickens. You got a place for the chickens? You could have the guy.
Yeah, it's out off on Hoogan Road.
My wheel bumper stickers down.
Okay. Almost, hey, no, I'm not afraid. He's not here. Everybody wondered last meeting where Mr. Hawcroft was.
Yes.
I found out today that he was at the Fenton Council talking to him about weeds. And he was supposed to be here tonight to tell us what the results
I'm
was.
thinking he's still there.
Okay, moving right along. Is there any public comment tonight?
On that?
I'm almost afraid to say no on anything you'd like.
I come to the board with my hat in my hand. I saw your meeting was on 8/11 on my paper, but I missed it. And I came for a special use permit for for 11220 Torrey Road.
Can you give us your name, please?
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Just
Charlie Chapel.
thank you.
Actually, you came for conditional rezoning.
Is that what I came for? I knew
That's
that's
what you didn't come for, but yeah.
Yeah, conditional rezoning, that's what I'm here for. And, your wonderful person upstairs, Valerie, said what happened. And I thought I was going back to a Thursday meeting to the board.
No, you were scheduled for, then you were asking for a special use permit for the planning commission. That would have been last Thursday.
And then,
But because what happened here when you weren't here was it got postponed. We wanted to take a look at the Thompson Road corridor overlooks the place study. We were going to do that at a workshop later today, but that isn't happening either, so soon. You're still here. You're just on hold for a moment.
tonight,
Yeah, well, it's not up tonight. It's been tabled till we have a workshop scheduled. We want to look at the Thompson Road corridor study relative to your parcel and make sure that everything's copacetic with the proposed rezoning. Gives us an opportunity in a workshop setting to talk about it. That was going to be tonight. It's going to be in the next few weeks now.
Our supervisor wanted to be here when we did the workshop, so It wasn't just because of what you had on there, but she had some
Where does that
medical
leave
issues.
you? Just,
Just in limbo for a moment.
just kick the can down the road a little farther. I'm, you know,
You're on hold.
okay,
The whole button, the light's blinking.
no problem. So how'd the chickens turn out?
3-3 split.
They're in limbo.
Can't we just get along? Come on, guys.
I concur.
So do I.
You're gonna get my master plan speech, you know that. You're provoking me.
Is there anything anybody needs from me, or will I be told when there's another meeting?
Yes.
Val?
Lovely Miss Valerie will let you know, man. You can check with Tom too if we get tired of talking to her.
She does a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're very fortunate in our community.
You missed a good time now, I gotta tell you that.
The chickens?
Oh, yeah.
God.
Wasn't about the chickens.
While we
Not
were
about
at
chickens, yeah.
the zoning commission meeting and the chicken thing came up, I mean, I was first up and I was ready to leave. I'm sitting down listening. This is all over. I'm putting up a coop, come on.
I think he's coming back. He wants to raise ostriches now.
Oh, God.
Free-ranging ostriches.
Well, there's a couple elephants too talked about.
Yes, sir.
There's many different reasons, but we will be going over it in
You
the
all have my
workshop.
appreciation for listening to that stuff. Okay, so you'll just tell me when and how.
We just need to talk.
Okay. You need to, when, so I don't ask myself, why didn't I ask? When we have this,
Workshop.
thank you, the workshop happens, I still have to come in front of this?
Yeah, now you don't have to be here. The second reading is usually not public comment. So that was just something we did internally when it came up for vote. It was discussion that we wanted to talk about the Township Road corridor. So we were going to do that, was going to be tonight, but that'll be in the next few weeks. If you want, I advise you when the workshop is too, because you can certainly come to that, openly as well.
Because the last, it wasn't a workshop, it was public, or we, the community, being exposed to the community, hopes and dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But, what took place behind it?
It's big, 100,000 square feet.
What a beautiful addition. I couldn't ask for a better neighbor. Okay? It's just, where are we going next?
I truly believe that your request had come at the time when it was time for us to look at our master plan for that area, which is probably, at least 10 years old.
Yeah.
And to look what we want to do there, and your request for a rezoning just kind of slid in with the others that may or may not happen. But I don't believe right now it has any negative effect on you, Ms. Jeff.
God, it's so sad to look out there and it would be like 9:15, be just bright and sunny, people out there skiing. Now it's 8:15.
As I look at everything close, you guys know what it looks like, and we have to do some things. The rate of traffic has picked up considerably. If it's not glued down, it's gone. And point where we're losing scrap out of the scrap pits. And we're not alone in the community. Everybody is. But it just, with that building behind us, we have to do something. We've got to build some fences or something, because it's like a freeway through there.
Oh, that's why we're looking at the master plan, because when Mr. Tucker said, I think you were part of that, right? And if you look at the master plan, Thompson Road's 6 lanes. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's a
6 lanes each way, so it's going to be worse than
and
I-75.
I understand completely. It's just, I'm excited. I'm excited of what's going on up there. I'm excited about being there. It's just, tell me when. Let's pull the trigger.
That's why we're just going to
Okay.
take the time to revisit it, do what's right.
Well, I'm glad I could open this can of worms for you.
If you come to the workshop, we might talk about chickens, too.
Oh, no.
And ostriches.
Oh, we are.
Probably gonna be talking about it.
We're probably going to be talking about chicken.
And ostriches. and
Okay.
You're done?
I'm like Levi. I'm out of here.
You're not packing his hardware, though.
Yeah, he had a lot of trophies.
What a guy. What a deal. Yeah.
Yeah, he should be very proud of, and his family should
His
be very
family should be
proud.
delighted with him. Yeah.
But if there's no more, I will adjourn the meeting at 8:18. Amanda, can you stick around for
Of course I can.
No workshop.
no workshop because Mrs.